So last night, the Argentinians lost Pumas. Matchday 23 was announced to take on the All Blacks in the opening round of the Rugby Championship this Saturday. As always, we're going to have a look at the Pumas Matchday 23, and I'm going to give you 6 fantasy options to go in your Rugby Championship fantasy teams this round. Let's get stuck in. Starting in the front row, as always, we've got Vivas and Delgado. No Thomas Gallo, which means Marco Vivas gets the start. And as always, Captain Julian Montoya down the middle at hooker. A really solid second row pairing of Franco Molina and Pedro Rubiolo. And you can't look past this back row. Pablo Matera, vice captain at 6, the return of Marcos Kramer at 7, and Oviedo rounds up the pack at 8. Into the backs, we've got an amazing pairing of Garcia and Thomas Albanos at 9 and 10. I think the return of Albanos will really shape up the team that lost to England in the summer. A super strong centre partnership of Chocobares and Cinti. And no Ignacio Mendo in the back row because we've got Delgai returning to the 23. Rodrigo Isco on one wing, as always. He's a sensation. Definitely keep your eyes on him. And Juan Cruz Malia rounds up the team at 15. Quick look at the bench. You've got Ruiz, Tetez Chaparro, and Joel Sclavi covering the front row. Guido Petty covers the second row and the back row. Same with Juan Martin Gonzalez, also covering the back row. Newcastle Rebels brand new signing Benitez Cruz covers scrum half off the bench for the Pumas. Santi Carreras covers fullback and 10 with Picardo in the 23. A really solid Los Pumas side, but I feel like where Argentina always falls short is the strength and depth of the bench. However, with players like Juan Martin Gonzalez, Guido Petty, Benitez Cruz and Santi Carreras all set up to come off the bench for the Pumas, I feel like this might be their point of difference for a possible victory against the injury-ridden New Zealand. Just quickly, here are your fantasy options. Marco Vivas gets the start over the injured Thomas Gallo, only 3.5 million. You're going to have to splash the cash a bit on Julian Montoya, but I bet you he'll be well worth his price in gold. So many tackles and carries from the captain. And the return of Marcus Kramer at only 6 million might be a steal for the insane work effort from the Los Pumas open side. Into the backs, Thomas Albanos might be a great shout, will be goal kicking and is always popping up around the park. Got to try against the Lions, so who knows what he could do against the All Blacks. I'd say pick one of Chocobares or Lucio Cinti, depending on how much budget you've got. And Rodrigo Isco is a great 7 million asset to get an Argentinian into that team, to get that minimum of 3 per nation rule, plus he's a possible scorer. So there we have it, the Los Pumas Matchday 23 and a couple of fantasy assets that you could chuck in your team. Thanks for watching. A like, a comment and a follow would be much appreciated to support the What the Flank channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Ta-ra!